These are some Dinar Guru updates. Starting off with Frank 26, Iraq is going to be a trading hub, and the reason why is because they will stay on par with the American dollar. All right, Mark Z via PDK. Folks have asked what's going on in regards to timing. Some people asked if it could be October 10th for the seating of the new government in Iraq. I'm not hearing that from any of my folks. My Redemption Center folks are properly staffing people in the Redemption Centers for later this week. Still getting fantastic news from the redemption side of it. All right, Pimpy says, let's have that hard talk. You get these people when you try to talk in detail about the subject, and if it doesn't line up with their belief systems, they just lose their freaking mind. It's really not necessary. This is going to help you out with the naysayers. The currency itself is not a scam. The investment is not a scam. There are individuals out there who use the currency to commit fraud against other individuals. Now that's a scam. Is there going to be an RI or an RV? It's possible. We've heard many different things telling us it's real and it will happen. I'm saying it's possible. Feel good about your investment. You should. But also limit your risk. In other words, don't go out there and go all willy-nilly buying millions and millions and millions of dinars. I only have 5 million people freak out. You only have 5? Yeah, that's it. It's not whether or not the IQD is a scam. We know it's not. It's the probability of an RI or RV that we're actually betting on. Feel happy about it. It's not a scam. I feel confident in the dinar. That's why I talked about it. That's why I have it. Mark Z, PDK, I am still hearing from the Iraqi contacts. They still very much expect it this week. It gives me a warm, fuzzy feeling, but also a bit nervous as there is such expectations for tomorrow over there. Cross your fingers and pray we are going to see it. All right, Bob the Taxman, estate taxes, dang it, these caps are always in the swing. I know Bernie wanted to take it to 1 million, and there was actually a serious consideration to take it down to 3, but now they've settled it at 5, at least in the presentation we have going out for clearance now. Well, 5 is a long cry from 11, a long cry, and with them wanting to limit us to $10 million in our combined retirement accounts, I have a lot of people who've got 30, 40, 50 million IQD sitting in their Roth. What's going to happen to them? They have to unload it. Isn't that a kick in the teeth? Using those gifting assignments. That's one way to help reduce those estate taxes is get that out / moved out. Now a little hint. Those have to be done and it's got to be finished before 3 years before you die, and we need those dates done before the RV. So make sure you get those done now. The whole purpose is to reduce those estate taxes. All right, Caparoni, the Central Bank of Iraq is selling bonds, means they're about to RV their currency. First, there has been numerous articles stating the exchange rate will stay the same for the next year. Second, Iraq has over 80 trillion dinar in circulation. Iraq is saying just the opposite and keeping the exchange rate low to encourage investment and develop a market economy. Frank 26 says we don't know what they're going to do once they raise the value. They may limit you to a certain amount of time you have to exchange those 3 zeros and you won't be able to take part in the international growth. Hey, 1-to-1 is fine. All right, Mark Z via PDK. News out of Iraq has been phenomenal today. They're expecting full-blown lower denoms and a higher rate on Thursday of this week. I'm hoping we see rate information as early as tomorrow in Iraq. I am hearing fantastic chatter out of the sandbox right now. It's almost overwhelming. The good chatter I'm hearing for the next week and possibly as soon as tomorrow. The chatter out of Iraq proper is they would like the new rate released before October 1st. All right, Militiaman, article quote, IFC is the largest global development institution focused on the private sector in developing countries. There is a concerted effort to support digital transformations around the world. Here is more support for my view on the matter of is not only about Iraq, but is very well may be about Iraq being a linchpin for the transformation. Again, this effort is not new, appears to now have timing on our side to come to fruition. The IFC and the World Bank are supporting Vietnam just as they have with Iraq. The stage has been set by Iraq at the UN as being safe, stable, and sovereign, in my opinion. Frank 26 says the United States of America and Iraq are mirror images in their financial crisis. What we mean by that is that Iraq is on a fiscal calendar and it would behoove them to release the new exchange rate and NSCNs by the 30th of September because that is the end of the fiscal year, or they will damage their reforms if they do not. I find it interesting that this coincidence is so convincing and telling considering the debt ceiling of the United States of America that must be raised by the 30th of September.